Hey guys, I'm here with this 1983 Crown Victoria LTD. It's sitting on a 77 Chevy Blazer. It's got a 350. I believe the tires are 35s, if I remember correctly. It does need tires. The tires are pretty dry rotted. I mean, we've driven it kind of all over town at, haven't gone over like 50 miles an hour with the thing, but it definitely needs tires. The tires are pretty dry rotted. It needs some finishing, but it runs and drives the way it is. This thing gets more attention than just about any car I've ever owned. It's bananas. This thing would make a great advertisement. You put your company name on it or park it in front of your company. Everybody wants to take a picture of it. So if you had your business name on this thing, people would be sharing it all over Facebook and social media, and you'd be getting free advertisement. The hood it's pinned on in the front. It doesn't have any hinges. You wouldn't be able to shut it if it opened up with the hinges because it's so high off the ground. I was gonna put pins in the back. I never got around to doing that. But the hood is just sitting and it's like pin locked right here. So whenever you got to work on the motor, we just either prop one side of the hood up or take the hood off completely. The car has wig-wag headlights that work, and the lights on the roof work, but the rest of the lights are not hooked up yet. So like the tail lights, brake lights, all that stuff are not hooked up. Wouldn't be very hard to do that. One other thing I forgot to mention is that the 4x4 shift linkage is not hooked up. It does come with a couple different shifters, the original shifter for the Blazer, but the linkage is going to have to be mounted to the shifter and hooked up to the floor and hooked up to the transfer case. And the wig-wags right here. These two blue lights are not hooked up. Thing starts up and runs great. Now I started so you guys can hear it run. This is the regular key. This unlocks the shifter. This is the key to start it down here. It fires right up. It's got healthy oil pressure. It's hot right now because we were driving it around. We drove it all the way out here into this field to take pictures. Got headers on it and glass packs in the back there. This was a real Meredith, New Hampshire police car. The logos that are on it are original to the car. Comes with the handcuffs on the mirror there, and the key to those is on the keychain for the car. This is underneath the driver's side. And you can see they did a nice job when they built it. It still has the Crown Vic frame and the Blazer frame. So the Crown Vic frame was notched to get around the leaf spring perch there, and then they welded crossbars to the Blazer frame. They did a pretty good job. A lot of these cars have a big gap through the wheel well where the back frame is, but this one doesn't because it still has the Crown Vic frame there. The floor isn't finished. This is just some kind of, I don't know what the heck this is actually, like roofing tar paper, like that, like Dynamat type stuff. This is the frame for the Blazer. It's notched so that the frame could come up inside the floor. So I would make a metal cap for this and weld it down there, and then you can put carpet in or bed line it or whatever. Interior could use a little cleaning, I guess, but it's fine the way it is. I think I make a pretty awesome mud bog truck. If you took this thing to the mud bogs, people would go crazy. Fuel tank is in the back. It's got a gigantic fuel tank. None of the gauges inside are hooked up on the dashboard for the car. The only gauges that are hooked up are the temperature and the oil pressure, which are the important ones, and those are right there. You would not believe how many people freak out when they see this thing. Like, it damn near causes an accident every time it's outside in front of the shop. It is legal in most states to drive this with as long as the light bar is off. Obviously you can't run on the street with those lights on. You'll definitely get in trouble for that. If you wanted to go the extra step, you could get a magnet made that says not in service and put it over the door, like when driving at the car shows and things like that. But definitely you can't run those lights on the road. It goes down the road all right. It shifts good. It stops good. It's definitely going to need to be gone through. It definitely needs tires for 100% certain. You know, these have been holding air for a while now. We drive it around town, but they're very, very dry rotted. So they're definitely going to need to be replaced. But as far as like how much power it has and how it runs great. Shifts fine, stops fine. This is under the hood. As you can see, the hood opens either side depending on what pin you want to take off, and if you just prop it up. I have a block of wood under that side just to keep it level with the fender. I was going to make a little like angle iron shelf there that the hood could sit on. It stays up level with the fender on this side, but it doesn't on that side. You know, like I said, it's going to need some tinkering, but you can drive it and have fun with it the way it is. This is underneath the trunk. This is where the fuel tank is. You can see it's got a massive fuel tank. It's strapped down, but it's strapped like in a way that it's like resting on rubber blocks on both sides. So I mean, it's not going anywhere. It's strong as hell the way it sits. But I would probably make some sort of a box for it to, like, you know, do it a little better than the straps. You can see there isn't really much rust. A little bit on the floorboards here, couple small holes and things like that, but nothing crazy. Bottom of the trunk is nice. This is some of the four-wheel drive stuff, like two extra shifters, and you know, there's some extra window cranks, gauges, things like that. This is the actual Blazer shifter. It's just not mounted on the floor yet. You're gonna have to make a linkage to go through the floor. But this comes with the car. It's all the stuff for the four-wheel drive. That's it. Thanks for checking out my video of this cool cop car. If you got any questions, feel free to email me. If there was something on the car that I didn't cover that you want to see, shoot me a message. I'll be glad to take more pictures or more video. The car comes with a New Hampshire previous registration and a bill of sale.